The answer is definitely yes, Ben. Not every company, but a significant uptick. The array of issues boards must provide effective oversight continues to grow, from traditional issues of company strategy and performance and CEO and board evaluation and refreshment and risk. The general risk discussion has taken deeper dives into oversight of ESG or sustainability over the last few years, greater disclosure of and amplified messages about cybersecurity, preparedness and oversight, and AI is just around the corner. They're not talking about it as much, but they will. And a piece of evidence of that is you're familiar with our catalog we put out each year from our client proxies, the Guide to Effective Disclosures. So the 11th edition last year had 39 topics companies were sliced and diced into. This one has 40. The new one is cybersecurity disclosures, because while the SEC rule talks about 8K incident disclosure and 10K governance, because it's a board oversight function, it falls squarely in the proxy as well. On a big picture, okay, I think three major rules of thumb would be: recognize that the proxy is becoming more of a board-centric document. So it's not just about director election and board pay. With universal proxy, the bios are getting a lot sharper to reflect each individual nominee's unique contribution and fit onto the board. It's a little twist on the traditional approach. Intense focus on oversight, as we just discussed, of a growing array of issues. And with the discussion of oversight, investors want to see what are the competencies of those directors to provide that oversight, whether it's the board in full or a particular committee. This has implications for the bios, for skills matrices, for committee descriptions. All those stories have to hang together. Yes, and it had to do with both the term and the practices around ESG and ESG backlash for the most part. And we had an investor and a company on the panel. They added great perspectives. What I got out of that is that investor focus on climate impact and company sustainability remains, as BlackRock Larry Fink said several years ago. Climate risk is investment risk, so the attention is still there. But the term ESG was pretty cumbersome, if you ask me. What wasn't E or S or G? Almost everything. So it was just too much of a catch-all. So now, if you disaggregate it, are we talking about climate impact or transition plans? Are we talking about employee health and safety or compensation and engagement? Are we talking about executive pay, oversight, and shareholder rights? Let's break it down. What are we really talking about? Let's have a little more clarity. And I think that in the end, that's a good thing. And we heard that both from the company side and the investor side.